welcome to What's the 314?
Yeah.
Where we give you the 314 on what's happening in and around St. Louis. I'm your host, Angela Hochman.
And you know I'm her partner in crime. I go by the name of Dre'co. What's up, y'all?
Everybody knows you, Dre'co.
Come on now.
Come on. But
Don't
before
make
we
me
get into the
blush.
show, we got to catch up.
Let's catch up, man.
Okay, talk summer. How was
Hey,
it?
look, low-key, I was outside, but for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? There were different
like?
events that was going on, like STL Fest. Shout out to STL Fest. I was out there doing my thing with that. So summer was good. Summer was good. How was yours?
It was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. Explored a lot of outdoor patios.
Outdoor patio.
Actually saw a lot of theater over the summertime, which
What
was
kind
cool.
of theater, like?
I saw a show last weekend at the Kransberg Arts Theater.
Yeah.
And then I saw a couple shows at Stages.
Okay.
There's one that has kid shows and one that has shows that adults are cast in.
Like plays,
Yeah.
theater type
One was
plays.
musical, one was a
Okay.
play. It's just fun. I get super inspired seeing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know my favorite season is around the corner.
I'm already knowing fall.
It's fall.
She bringing out her, what's your favorite drink?
You know it's that pumpkin spice
Come on now.
latte,
I still ain't
which
tried it. But
oh my
don't-
gosh,
I
Drake,
still ain't tried it. It's
we
been a
need
couple
to
years.
start, I don't know, a petition or something for Dre'co to enjoy a PSL. Okay, but no, seriously, the St. Louis Art Fair, absolutely one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
The St. Louis Filmmaker Showcase.
What's that?
That's gonna be a little later. That's in November.
Okay.
It's just this amazing showcase of films from all over the country.
Oh, yeah.
And you can watch it at different venues all around our wonderful city.
Oh yeah, the summer was lit. I'm ready for the fall though, of course,
I know.
right there. Basketball season is right around the corner.
Yes.
I'm ready to go crazy at Shavitz Arena. Shout out to our amazing Billikens, man. I can't wait to turn up with y'all again. It's gonna be a good season.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It always is. That's, hockey gets going.
Oh yeah.
I just love it.
Oh yeah. St. Louis Blues. Come on now.
We bleed blue, guys. But listen, we do have to take a quick break. But
Alright.
don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Do not even think about it because we have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. So stay tuned.
See y'all in a minute.
I went out to Kenlock yesterday. And I went up to the Catholic school and I saw my star on the Kenlock Walk of Fame. I sat there, I ain't gonna lie to you. I sat there on the steps of the Catholic school where I did my first talent shows, where it cost 35 cents to get in. But Kenlock showed up for me. Kenlock showed up for me then, and you showed up for me today. I had a dream, and today I'm looking at you, and if you don't know what your passion is, I want you to find out. How do you find your passion, Miss Lewis? What makes you happy? Singing and dancing and acting a damn fool made me happy. So that's what I did.
Miss Lewis, thank you for being here with us today. This is a glorious day. We are surrounded with family, friends. I just see all the love in the room. What is one word that you would use to describe this day?
I guess amazing grace. Or I say grace is amazing. You know, it means a lot to come home and my city acknowledge me and present me with a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. I also have my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and everybody's been asking me, which one feels better? It's equal. One is home, and one is who I am.
What would you say to somebody who is a little girl singing in church, singing at their local community organization center that would inspire them to be the next leader and star in their own world?
Well, the first thing I gotta tell you is the day I became a true star is the day I realized everybody was one. It takes a lot of great humility to be famous. It's a lot of responsibility to be popular. And now with social media, I think I have 3 million followers. I have to be responsible for that. I have to pay attention. I have to spread love wherever I can. That's my job, because I got everything I wanted. Love of my family, love of nature, love of my fans, love of my friends. I have beautiful friends. So I say to that little girl, you can give up sometimes, but you must never quit. Don't ever quit. Live your passion. How do I find my passion? What makes you happy, sweetie? You want to dance, you want to be an architect, you want to be a doctor, you want to be an author, then do that.
Okay, that was a great way to honor one of St. Louis's own, right?
That's right. You already know.
What she do. So, welcome back, everyone. You just viewed a portion of the Jenifer Lewis star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame from earlier this summer.
Now, yes, and Miss Lewis isn't the only star representing well for the Show Me State. Y'all know that. We had athletes and classmates. Shout out to my boy JT, Jayson Tatum. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And another Chaminade graduate, Matthew Tkachuk. They both won championships. Shout out to y'all. So much love, man.
That's right. But now, we have a star.
Yeah.
Okay, no. I'm sorry, not a star. We have royalty.
Come on.
In the house today.
Come on.
Okay, he is going to give us the lowdown on celebrity hair.
Go on, celebrity.
Please give a warm welcome to. He's one of the things he does is a celebrity hairstylist, but we're just going to call him the king of hair, Mr. Anthony Cherry.
Hold on, we gotta clap it up. Y'all know what's going on. What's going on, man?
Let's put the caveat: the king of many things.
Come on now.
That's right. I was like, no, he's so much more than just hair.
Yes, I am.
Anthony, hi.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for being here, my man.
Man,
so much.
I couldn't have missed it for the world, bro.
Come on now.
We appreciate it because it was a little commute because you are doing time between LA
Yes.
and St. Louis,
Yes,
right?
St. Louis is home, and I'm here for the summer, and it feels so good to be home. And I just want to applaud you guys for being like this is the evolution for me to be able to sit down with you guys right here at 314. TV is dope.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So I want to jump right into it because you do so much, and I think people need to know what's going on with Mr. Cherry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to this, you actually started making your name by doing hair. Not only that, you also had a salon, correct? So
Yes.
let's start with the roots from the beginning.
Well, I started doing her on St. Louis Avenue in Grand.
Okay.
When I moved back to St. Louis from Detroit back in 1994, but I grew up in a salon. My grandmother was the very first person to ever do hair extensions in the city of St. Louis, Velma Salon on St. Louis Avenue. So I was kind of indoctrinated and grandfathered in the game. Never in a million years, but I would have thought that I would become a hairstylist. I wanted to be like a political analyst or a news anchor because I love to talk and I love to communicate and convey things to people. And that's what made me end up writing the books that you see right here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Yes, that was like, the books was like, that was me telling my story from rocks to locks. I was in the streets at one point selling drugs as a kid. And then one day I had an intervention in my life and my auntie put me in beauty school. So that's how it kind of all started, you know? And then at the time, didn't fit for me in St. Louis, so I ended up moving to Milwaukee and came back to St. Louis and became the prominent hairstylist. But then I saw greater things for myself.
For sure.
Life happened. Some things happened. It was very detrimental, and I ended up moving to Los Angeles to pursue music and television. I went to LA, and I got hit by a car January the 3rd. I had just got a recurring role for the Parkers. I was supposed to start it on a Monday, got hit by the car on a Sunday, and it just took I was on my bed of affliction, and then that's what reverted me back to doing her. This lady came back to me. She was a prophet. She was like, there's something you need to go back to do. And I'm like, doing what? Creative writing, you know? And then I'm like, hair. Right. And that opened up, like, you know, in the Bible say your gift will make room.
Yep.
So and I'm not mad about it because at that time I got a chance to meet Mona Scott Young, who at the time was Missy Elliott's manager. I did Mona hair first, and then I worked with Missy, and then I became celebrity hairstylist.
And that was all in LA.
All in LA.
Wow.
Wow, and like you said, growing up, you had no idea that
No
life
idea.
would have you down
No
this
idea.
certain path.
No idea.
So not only do you do hair wonderfully because your roster is like star-studded,
Yeah.
Big billboards.
but
Yes, I've done them all. I've done them all. From
yes.
Jill Scott to Sierra to Brandy to Kisha Knight Pulliam. I work with Tyler Perry. I'm on a couple of projects. So yeah, I've done them all from A-list to D-list. Even you can probably just see me on the latest episode of Baddies West.
Okay.
You know, with the Zeus Network. So yeah, I've done them all.
incredible.
Yes.
And you've also been able to translate your creative energy into acting. So talk
Yes.
briefly about that.
Well, yeah, Tammy Roman was the first person to give me another shot and a chance on her TV show, The House of Vicious. I played a reporter. I played Anthony Kiles. Not only was I in the show with Tammy Roman, I did all of the hair on the show. And then Tamala Jones, which is a really good friend of mine, was like, hey, you know what? I got a project coming out. I would love for you to do my hair for the movie, for Lifetime. And she said, we also have a role for you because I heard you were doing acting now. And I was casted as Grant. That came on Lifetime last year, but it was just on TV One 2 Sundays ago.
Okay. And we can still check that out, right?
Oh, for
Check the
sure.
episode out. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we can
crazy.
also keep track of all your wonderful filmography on IMDb.
Yeah.
Bingo.
But let's shift into music
Yes.
too.
Let's do it.
I was first signed to Russell Simmons Music Group at one point in LA, and I was a struggling artist at one point, and I was on the label, and I'm glad I was, because it gave me a chance to get familiar with the LA scene with the guys, to be respected, right? But then I came back just, 2 years ago, I put out my first single, I think 2019. It was a song called Hustler, and it represents me coming from, you can't spell the STL without spelling Hustler, right?
Right.
So Hustler is one of my first songs, and I have a song called Not Fair, which St. Louis absolutely loves.
Yeah.
And I have new music coming out. I have it, let you guys hear a little bit of
Yeah, we
snippet.
got the sneak peek
Yeah,
for sure.
Romeo and Juliet. And I have a feature song with Tiffany Fox, which is my little cousin. And Tiffany and Tommy from Love and Hip Hop, they both are on it. It's called Mirror, Mirror. This song came out before the Beyonce whole mission. My song came out and it was playing in all Targets around the United States during Christmas. Just released a single just recently called You Heard Me.
Yep, that's out.
Yes, it's out now on all platforms. Make sure you guys get it. Anthony Cherry on all platforms.
Come on. Now I want to get into this book. 2 books. When I walked in, I said, you an author too?
Yeah.
Yes.
What we doing? Okay.
My stack of
Yes.
books.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to first of all start by From Rocks to Locks.
Yes.
I know that was a good story and
Personal.
good personal story. So I want to tap into that. What was the meaning of the preface behind this book?
That book is from Rocks to Locks to Hollywood Royalty, is basically to depict what it takes to make it to do anything in life. I had a continual passion for self-determination, and that book is about being triumphant over adversity, basically.
Word.
Yes.
Okay, now let's get back to her because I like the bars. I'm a rapper too. I like music. So the first thing I seen was infamous one-liners.
Yes.
So I know you got
Sign
some
me up.
infamous one-liners. in
Parables,
there.
yes.
So yeah. So are these something that you live by? This is something that you experienced or heard, or how did this come about?
That book came about because Laura Govan from
Yeah,
Basketball Wives.
yeah.
I was working with her, and she used to tell me, Cherry, you always have the best one-liner quotes. And then one day I was sitting with a guy, I was in Las Vegas, and I was working with Kate Michelle. And I was sitting in the lobby, the guy was like, you know what? He said, man, have you ever thought about writing a book just full of quotes? And I was like, you know what? Because he said, you have dropped like 7 quotes on me. And that's how I was birthed in Vegas.
In Vegas, okay.
Soul Train Awards.
Original.
Come on
just
now.
Not all of them are my own originals. A lot of them are my originals, but some of them I picked up from my grandmother and just quotes from around the way that has helped me
Love
keep
it.
me in line to even, and also even check somebody.
Yeah,
Some of those too. You know what I'm saying?
Give me one, give me one.
Don't dislike me, get like me.
Oh,
Like that one.
that's word.
If that was a hat or a t-shirt.
You only as good as your last job and great as your next.
Come on
And
now.
if you don't know better, do better.
Come on now.
And the best is yet to come.
Don't dislike me, get like me.
You heard me.
I like that. Best is yet to come.
I know that's in there.
Frank Sinatra.
Yes, I love it.
I got a caption coming up. I'm gonna make sure I tag you.
Let's do it. Let's do
And
it.
these books are available on
Amazon. Yep.
Okay.
Amazon.com. Anthony Cherry.
Buy the books, write a review while you're at it. So you have done so many things. Can I ask what's next?
What's next is me becoming a director. Yeah, I just wrote my own script. The name of the film is called The Best of Both Worlds, and I want to shoot it right here in St. Louis as it takes place between St. Louis and LA. It's a story about a writer. I'm telling that story, a writer who wants to become talent, a singer. They always want to keep writers pegged as writers. And I'm really kind of telling the story of Neo. Neo's one of my really good friends, and I know the struggle between for myself, being a writer on the label for so long, and they won't let you, because they say expression causes frustration, right? So when you get a chance to do it, and you do it so well.
Right.
So that's what's next for me, and I want to be able to be part of this precipice that I see St. Louis growing to be able to add to the value of the city by being the first one of the directors from LA to come back to give back.
That's real.
I love that.
Yes.
You said something so interesting earlier, Anthony. You were saying there are 365 days in a year. Why can't
not?
you do it all?
Come on now.
Why not?
Why not?
That is so inspiring.
No,
and so,
seriously.
Is that in your book?
I was about to
is in
say,
my
is that
book.
one?
Good,
It's
because
in there.
I mean, there's so much truth to that. A lot of people think like, find one thing, get really good at it, focus on that, and just try to do one thing.
Those are old social constructs. I break them all.
Yeah, knock down all those walls.
You have to, because other than that, you'll be conditioned to being a one-trick pony. And don't get me wrong. If you have that one thing, be great at it. But there are people like myself who are multifaceted, and I say go for it. You know, if you see it till you achieve it. You know? And
Where do you get the drive from? Where do you get your passion from?
My passion came from being a broken person. One of my quotes is say, the broken are the menders for tomorrow. I was voted most likely not to succeed in the 6th grade, and that fueled the passion in me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
And I'm from the show me state. You show me 7, I'm gonna show you 8.
Come on now. And you all around there from St. Louis.
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
man. So I want to make sure that people know how can they tap in with you.
They can tap in with me. My Instagram is King of Hair, and my other page for my music is @AnthonyCherry Official. Or you can follow me on Facebook. It's Anthony Cherry. I have a couple of pages. One is the King of Hair on Facebook, and then Anthony Cherry. You'll see me in my last. I was just issued in a Compulsive magazine. They did a feature on me, so you'll see that as my avatar. There's so many tons of articles about me, St. Louis. I'm like the best kept secret, but the time it is now. But you can go right to Google and Google Anthony Cherry in all aspects, and you'll find a lot of interesting things about me and what I've done for the city, putting it on for the 314.
Oh, we in.
I love it. I love it. And you're
Always
not a
love,
secret
always.
anymore, Anthony. You are not a secret.
Always
Thank you
love.
so
Thank
much
you.
for spending time with us, for really inspiring us, because we are some creative souls as well.
I get it.
And you just kind of like lit some fires under us.
and it's a breath of
And we
fresh air.
have to have a full circle moment. One day we will work together.
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
to be in my film. I'm a
Manifest that. Come on, yeah, you heard that.
Let's
do it.
collaborate. Is
It's
this our
all
first
about the
meeting?
collective, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Come
Good
on, I'm
energy.
with it.
All I want is
Always.
good
I
people
just
around
got
me all the
chills,
time.
yes.
Come on, I'm with that. I'm
Let's
with
do it. Anthony, once again, thank you so much for joining us in studio today. It was a
honored.
real
For sure.
treat to get to
Thank
know
you,
you and
man.
hear your story. Again, support this guy. He is going to turn this city upside down.
That's right.
Make sure you connect with the king of hair himself, Mr. Anthony Cherry.
Yes.
Like Dre'co said, you can find him on Instagram.
Yep.
Guys, we've got to take a quick break. That was
wanna keep
really fun.
talking
I know. I'm like, stop. Just let us keep going. Okay, we have to take a break, but don't worry, we'll be right.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Yo, welcome back. We've been highlighting and talking with some of the great stars from the St. Louis city area. Now, our next guest, I don't even want to call her guest because it's family. You feel what I'm saying? This is my sister. You know what I'm saying? For real. Our next guest is definitely blossoming into a star and is known for bringing dope events to the area for all to participate in. Right, Ange?
Oh yeah, you guys, our next guest has a real knack for bringing people together, okay, including everyone, and putting together some absolutely incredible events for the city. She has appeared on the Tamron Hall Show.
Yep.
She has worked to help venue owners really understand ticketed events, and the list could go on, okay? She is no stranger to STL TV, and she's here to give us some great date ideas and just fun things to do around St. Louis.
Now, y'all know it. Okay, so please help us welcome my sister, the creator of and founder of Date Ideas and Things to Do, my girl, Miss Morgan Casey. Let's clap it up. Home, wherever y'all listening, man, you know I gotta give you a hug. Hold on.
Studio audience here.
Some love, sis. What's happening, girl? What's good?
Hi, Morgan.
How you
Welcome
feel?
back.
Thank you.
What's going on?
It's been a while. You and I sat down like a year-ish ago.
Yeah.
But I want to hear, how has life changed for you? What is going on?
Got bigger.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say
Flowing
just
up.
a little bit more popular, I guess. I've been focused on events a lot lately. That's probably the biggest difference from the last time I was here. We really talked about the startup of my company, Date Ideas and Things to Do. Still doing all of that. I love it. But now we just added a bigger element, which is creating events all around the city.
And not only the events that you create, it's not just regular events. Like, it's crazy I'm talking to you like this, because you know how we talk back and forth, sister, brother. But the events that you have is not just regular events. You know what I'm saying? It's different events that's really bringing in a diverse crowd. So can you talk about like the vision between that and what you were doing before?
Yeah, so I think like, if I think back to like high school, I was never a kid who like would fit in one group of folks. I was the type that like every day at lunch, I was at a different table because I love everybody. And I think that for me, it was like being in high school, you go to some parties and you wouldn't feel like you fit in. So my goal has been to create spaces where no matter who you are, what you look like, where you're from, you can have a good time. I think I focus on like events that are adult themed, which means things that we've done as kids, but making them now fun for adults. So like adult Easter egg hunts, adult proms, adult spelling bees.
That was
Like
fire.
roller skating and like all of these fun nostalgic things.
Yeah, we did an ice skating event earlier in January, R&B and ice skating. We rented out Centene, and we got to skate where the Blues practice.
Facts,
pretty cool.
facts.
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
she talked about the adult spelling bee. It was at Work and Leisure. Shout out to Work and Leisure too, by the way. So
Oh, wow.
not only is she doing amazing events that are different, but she's tapping into venues that are untapped. But it's really good to tap into them. So yeah,
I'm glad you noticed that, because I purposely try to pick venues that you probably have never been to before.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah,
And ultimately a place that you want to support too.
For sure.
As a patron, and you're also like, by the way, I'm bringing 200 of my closest friends here
maybe
to
more.
gather at this
Lot more than
event.
that, but no,
I mean, yeah, no, seriously. You're like, that was so last year.
Nah, even for 314 Day, you had an amazing, you had an actual bus, which was dope, because it's like a tour bus that we can go around the city for people who from here but not even been to different spots. Like we went to different, like Kathy's Kitchens, places.
I love Kathy's Kitchen. Did you get the shrimp?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I get the
Shout
shrimp.
out to
Not
Kathy.
that day, but I get the shrimp all the time. For
So
sure.
Kathy's amazing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah, she does a lot.
That's incredible. I think it's so important to remind, especially locals, that you can feel like a tourist in your own city.
for sure.
Explore those different neighborhoods, the pockets, because we can get stuck in our own areas. And also, how does it feel to you just to bring together this melting pot of people for every event?
It's priceless. And I mean that in the sense of like, there's a lot of events that I do where I don't make $1 from them. And it's just because I'm so addicted to the feeling that I get when I'm in a space and I look around and I see people smiling and hugging each other and getting to know each other. It's just, I mean, it's incredible.
How has the growth been coming from where you started and where it is now? Of course, people like who really know you knows the growth.
Yeah.
But like, how has the growth been for you?
Don't make me cry, babe.
Come on, man. I'm just saying.
We got tissue.
I think where I see the main growth in me is my confidence. I think like when I first started, I was doing everything for free. I was just like, I was scared to charge people. Even if someone wanted me to create an event for them, I was just like, well, I'll just do it for you. Just crazy, right? And so now that I've gained my confidence, I'm able to create, but also live off of what I'm creating, which is like the biggest blessing ever. And just being able, my son, he's 11, and now he's like following my footsteps and doing his own kid events and things like that.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just, you know, it's a lot of growth within myself and in my family and the business.
That's a huge realization, Morgan, to just be aware of your own value. Because it's hard when you're so excited and so passionate. You're like, oh, I'll just do it. I like you. Then you're like, no, I have to feed my family. I need to support myself. So why not?
Yeah, here's my reason. Because like if it wasn't for him, I probably would still be just trying to be, you know, helping everybody. And I still help. It's just a way to do it to where you're protecting yourself as well. So
Yeah. So when it comes to like data, I'm harping on data ideas and things to do. You're so much more than that, but that's what a lot of people know you for when it comes to advertising, and you as an event producer. You know, you're not a promoter. Stop playing with her. Stop playing with her. Okay.
She won't get you tickets to everything.
She does a lot more than that. So when it comes to date ideas and things to do, you've done events throughout the city. Are you looking to expand that outside of the city, or what's your vision for that?
as far as the events, yes. So what's crazy is I actually did events before date ideas and things to do. So my very first event was 2013 at my dad's local bar, and I did a speed dating event. I made my flyer on something called like postermywall.com. Way, like it's nowhere near Canva. But I made my own flyer and I put it out there on the internet. Tickets weren't like moving like they do now or whatever, so I was so nervous. And I remember the day of the event, I walked into my dad's thing after taking a call, and I looked around, I was like, oh, we don't have any more room for anyone else. It had sold out.
Wow.
So I think that's the first time I got addicted to the feeling of selling out events. And then I had my first viral event, which is the adult prom in 2016. And we had people flying in to St. Louis to go to prom.
I love that. You let people sort of relive perhaps their favorite parts of childhood or parts that they didn't get to do, or for whatever reason are more confident as an adult to do these events.
Yes, for sure. But I'm definitely going to be taking stuff out of town. One of the biggest things we're going to be doing is I created something called the Gospel Day Party. I looked around, I haven't seen anyone else that had done it, right? So I bought the domain, I created all the social handles so that I can own my, creative thoughts and be able to trademark it later. But I posted it online and it went crazy. We have celebrities that are inboxing us and pastors all over wanting us to come to their city. It's pretty incredible. The next big thing, the Bulls keep calling me, the Chicago Bulls. We've done some stuff with them and they're like, come on, Morgan, let's get it going for this upcoming season. So we'll probably be doing another basketball trip pretty soon.
And you did that, was it last year? Did a bus of people?
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
That
is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Imagine the friendships that happened just on the way there, you know?
And the logistics behind that.
Yeah.
How hard it is to get people on a trip, let alone together.
Yeah,
you know what?
Right.
I will say I have the best team because the first trip I went on, we had 2 busloads of people, great time. The second time, I was so busy with other events that I was able to send my team. I didn't go. And the feeling of not being responsible for that moment was amazing.
I heard that for sure. How can they continue to tap in with you, Morgan?
Yeah.
How can they continue to be a part of it?
Yeah, from the events aspect, definitely follow Morgan Casey, STL, on Instagram. That's where I post every event that I'm producing. However, I try to be fair with date ideas and things to do. A lot of times that is paid advertisement. This is the first time I'm saying this out loud.
Come on now.
If I cannot afford to pull out of my event budget to pay that company, which is owned by me, then I don't advertise in there. So
that's fair.
And I tell people all the time, if I can follow my own rules, I need you to follow them too.
That's facts.
But you can
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you can definitely follow date ideas and things to do in pretty much any city. Just put in date ideas and things to do on Facebook and put STL or KC.
And that is a genius name because how many times are people perhaps bored and just typing in things to do and saying,
the SEO on there is crazy.
It's out of control. Your keywords are just blowing through the roof. My gosh. Well, thanks to people like Morgan Casey, you should never be bored again in St. Louis.
Never at all.
Morgan, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to sit down with Dre'co and I.
Thank you for having me. Seriously.
Like I said, you already know his family right now, Morgan. So, and you definitely got to tap into one of these events.
100%.
Come through. She has them throughout the year. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time for sure. So, anything that you want people to take away from you even as a person, what do you think the city needs to take away from you?
I would just say what I live by is I'm really just trying to make my city smile.
Word.
If that makes sense. So anything I'm doing, I'm hoping that it makes someone happy.
Word.
And so I think if everybody does that in the city, we'll probably have a better place.
That's right.
Let's together, you guys. I think we can make St. Louis smile some more. Again, thank you so much for visiting us, Morgan. It's been a delight. Make sure you keep up with her. There are a jillion events, and thanks to Morgan, you can find one that's right for you and your friends, and you'll even make some new friends.
That's right. Now make sure y'all stay tuned in and locked in right here. Of course, we have some amazing stars in the building, and we want to make sure that you guys tap in and what's up at What's the 314.
Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned.
We will be back. Thanks for keeping it right here to What's the 314 on STL TV. We had such an action-packed show today, right?
We did, man. We did.
Okay, how inspired were you by Anthony Cherry?
Oh, he super dope.
What,
you know what I'm saying?
Can't he do?
Jack of all trades, I'll tell you this. He's not only a stylist, he had his own salon, he's an actor, he's a musician, he wrote books. Dude is talented.
Yeah, and next he's like, and I'm going to direct, which I know that he will. That guy, sky's the limit, Anthony.
And we got my sister, Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan Casey came through and hollered at us, of course, talked about date ideas and things to do.
Yeah.
And she's a staple in the city for sure.
She sure is. I'm so glad to have her. Like, everyone should know about her and what's going on. She puts our city on the map.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment in St. Louis, thanks to Morgan Casey.
Not at all. She's real passionate about it, too. But y'all know, unfortunately...
Don't say it.
No, I got to look at the watch.
Ooh, that's a fancy watch.
Girl, this fossil. Don't
That's
play with me.
grown
But I
up.
like the compliments. I like the compliments. All right. It shines
It's
nice and
heavy.
light.
That is nice.
Unfortunately, we out of time, but we like to thank, of course, our stars, our guests for the crib, Anthony Cherry, the king of hair, and my sister, Miss Morgan Casey, creator of Date Ideas and Things to Do. And of course, we can't have a show without you at home, so thank you guys for joining us as well.
Yes. Yeah, and the rumors are true. The show might be over, but don't worry because you can always find us on Facebook.
Where else?
On X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, or check us out on stltv.net.
That's facts.
That's gonna do it, you guys. We don't want to be over here, but we are. I'm Angela Hochman.
And I'm Dre'co. Now make sure you keep it right here to STL TV. Experience St. Louis.
Yep.
Peace and love, y'all.